I was sick of people telling me they learned more from my Instagram story than from the local news, and that was before I was even a journalist.
As a journalist, I was tired of other journalists not getting out from behind their desks and going out and talking to everyday people, especially in so-called flyover states. So when we met in 2018,
we decided to do something about it.
Matter's all about evolving the local news.
We take the best of traditional journalism and combine it with an intentional cutting-edge model that makes the news even more impactful and accessible. It's a team effort, to say the least. Say hey, guys.
So maybe you're wondering what in the hell intentional actually means. Here's the thing. We've seen lots of issues in the local news industry, so we designed the specific Matter model. Here are a few of the most pressing issues.
Local news isn't so local anymore, with buyouts happening across the nation.
What? The local news isn't local? What do you even mean?
Well, in 2012, the Dispatch Printing Company decided to buy up many smaller Columbus publications and closed half of the neighborhood papers in Central Ohio, laying off half its staff. Columbus CEO and Columbus Alive are among the many now under the Dispatch umbrella. But to make matters worse, in 2015, the Columbus Dispatch was bought by Gatehouse Media. 4 years later, Gatehouse bought its national competitor, New York-based Gannett, making it the largest newspaper company in the United States.
Now, we aren't implying there's something wrong with New Yorkers. They make a mean pizza, but what the do they know about Columbus?
Okay. I see there's a problem.
Who is that?
You hear it too?
But anyone can be a critic. What's your solution?
Well, I mean, of course we have a solution.
Here at Matter, we are locally owned and locally operated, with local reporters and staff working in a variety of fields and living all over the city. This gives us a direct line to listen to the heartbeat of Central Ohio.
And even for the local news that's left, it's inaccessible. The traditional news model has a little flaw. The bulk of funding comes from two main sources: advertisements and subscription fees. So news organizations hide their content behind a paid wall. I mean, with student debt and depressed wages, who can afford to pay for all these different news sources? I mean, I have to pay for it.
There's also an over-reliance on advertisements as a source of funding. For example, it can be really hard to talk about how bad burgers are for your health if one of your major advertisers is, what? Thanks, dude.
You're welcome. See, this is why we choose to embrace the nonprofit model. That way, our funding is from people that actually care about our mission rather than advertisers that are only motivated by profit.
Okay, look, I see y'all doing this bureaucratic news industry talk, but I don't know, I think you're missing something.
Okay, and what's that?
I have 8 different sources of income, 3 volunteer engagement groups I work with, 10 best friends that always want to get dinner, 2 pets, and a booming Beyonce fan page I have to post to on the hour every hour. I just don't have time to read a boring 1,000-word news article.
But boring? Boring. Okay, here's the thing about being called boring. I hate it when people say that they are way too busy to care about important issues. People care about important issues. They just want to see them in ways that they actually want to watch. They want to be entertained. Just like at 13, or Serial, or Blackfish, or the hundreds of other.
In our modern day, we know many news organizations have failed to adapt. That's why we created an editing structure specifically designed to tell stories in the way you prefer to consume them. More than that, we believe certain stories are better told in certain formats. We create articles and podcasts and graphics and videos so that we can tell the story in the best way possible.
Okay, we get it. You do amazing things and are innovating the news landscape.
Evolving.
So what can we do about it?
There's plenty you can do.
Here at Matter, we want you to know that you can join the evolution in whatever way fits you.
One of the easiest ways is by advocating for us. Follow us on social media and tell everybody you know about any articles or posts that you find important.
And not only do we want you to share, but we would also love to hear what you think. We love to have conversations, and we want to hear your take on the local news.
Want to do more than just advocate? You can become a Matter member by making a recurring donation at matternews.org/join the evolution.